Long time no see. I know it's been a while. I've been taking a break and I honestly needed it, but we back. How y'all doing? Being a polarizing person. And you might be asking, what is a polarizing person? A polarizing person is somebody who is so different. They're authentic. They are themselves unapologetically. And that is something that shakes a lot of people. It's polarizing because a lot of people don't know how to handle it. You either have people that hate you or love you. It's never like in between. It's never indifference. You always bring something out of people. It can be intense love. It can be intense enviness. It can be whatever. Your existence is controversial. Your overall identity is a topic. That's polarizing. And as somebody who's polarizing herself, it's not for the weak. I catch myself realizing how alone it can be. Notice how I said alone and not lonely. I value genuine, authentic, and sincere relationships in any form. I'd rather be around no one than to be around fake people. Excuse me. And that's something a lot of people can't say. That's really something a lot of people cannot say, because within this society, we were taught to be around people no matter how badly they treated us. Because, oh, you can't be seen alone. You can't, if you don't have any friends, something's wrong with you, blase, blase. No. Real recognizes real. I realize the people that are always to themselves, they're just okay and they live within their solitude. They're peaceful. They actually enjoy themselves. And they view life differently, usually in a brighter light, because a lot of people cannot stand being alone. And most of the time, polarizing people do live in solitude. They value their alone time. They value being alone. They value walking amongst themselves. And because of that, you're just a walking topic. You walk into a room and the energy shifts. All of a sudden, you're the topic of the conversation. Your name is brought up in rooms that you don't even know. Your name is brought up by people that you don't even know existed. You have people thinking that they're your ops, but you don't even know who they are. Just because your existence is polarizing, just because your authenticity, you being genuine, you being unique and unapologetically yourself, shakes up the room, shakes the table. You are a walking mirror. You make people vulnerable because you make people realize what they have and what they don't have. You reflect all the things that they don't want to see within themselves. You remind people of what you have and what you don't have. Nobody can spot a confident person better than an insecure person. That's what I'm saying. I would go to places, and whenever I go to places, I realize like I naturally just gain attention. Like whether I'm talking, whether I'm not talking, like no matter where I go, people turn their heads just to look at me. Some people would try to get my attention in a negative or a positive way. I realize a lot of people want to feel important to me. Like a lot of people want to even say, oh, I know her, or I've talked to her. Like people just want to be connected to you in some way, some form. Most of the time when people are polarizing, They're bright. They're alluring. They're vibrating at a different level than most. It's like moths to a flame. Like, that's literally what it's like. Like, the one thing I can really say about me that's different, obviously the septum ring. A lot of people feel like they are entitled to tell me their opinion on the ring, and I just look at them like, who asked you again? Why do you think your opinion is valuable? Like, it's just, okay. Don't get me wrong, when people say they like it, I still say thank you, but it's like, okay, you know? Let me not make it seem like I'm not grateful for compliments. I like the compliment. You just being uniquely yourself, you just loving yourself, being different, being ahead of your time, being misunderstood and not caring, you shook up everybody. Because majority of people are walking around doing what they're being told, thinking inside the box, so scared to think outside the box, looking the same, dressing the same, acting the same, sounding the same. They refuse to be different, but they wish deep down inside they had the courage, the confidence, the love to do it themselves. So now when they see you, they remind themselves like, oh, I wish I have the confidence to wear that. I wish I can do whatever I want. I wish I could do this. Because envy is just twisted admiration. Because to envy something, you would want to have it. And to want something, you first have to admire it. So therefore, it's twisted admiration. So when you're a polarizing person, you have a lot of people who are envious of you. And it's so easy to tell, especially if you know how to read energy. But these are the same people that will make you feel crazy for loving yourself or thinking that you are on a different level. I don't think it's egotistical to say that you're better than most things, most places, most food, most people. I don't think that's egotistical. I truly feel like people that think that way, that, oh, it's egotistical, oh, you think you're all that, they're the ones that are worse than most places, worse than most people, are just basic and walking NPCs. They don't have a light. You look into their eyes and it's empty. They're just an empty walking shell that doesn't know why they're here. Every day they wake up, it's painful for them. So now that they see you, a person that actually expresses themselves freely, triggers them. It makes them realize how much that they don't express themselves, how much they lack within, and how basic they can be. So if you're walking around and you realize like, oh, what she's saying, I kind of relate to that, you probably are a polarizing person. You probably are. And I think you should embrace that. You should. You really should. And just because a lot of people or a group of people says, oh, what you're doing is weird, it's just not for them. You don't do things for people, you do things for you. So if a group of people feel entitled to let you know that they don't like what you're doing, you're already coming across their mind. They think about you. They're a fan. So just embrace who you are and love it. Because you're a walking masterpiece. You make people nervous just looking at them. Your walk, your talk, the way you smell, the way you are, your essence, your aura, alluring, magnetic. Your existence speaks for itself. Okay? So don't ever let somebody that don't even know who they are try to tell you who you are and who you're not. Just shine brightly and do it unapologetically and be authentic. Okay? I want to say thank you. Stay beautiful, stay kind, stay genuine, stay authentic. Reflection. Thanks for having time with Tatiana the Optimist. I'm out.